It's Wes and Ace on the Brisco and Big Ace Show.
All right, people. Freestyles of your boy Chip from a.k.a. Jungle Rock Jr. People, the future. Let's go, jump.
This ain't no half or no joking matter. She'll be slaughter any boy, anywhere for after. Who always like chatter and run them out. If they run them out.
All right, we're back.
Yeah.
We are back. It's been a little bit, man.
Yeah, it's things have been a little bit crazy, and both of our schedules have been super busy because back here in Florida, everything is open. Like, there's nothing that's restricted. They finally, at all the gas stations, they ripped down all the signs and everything. And, well, at least here in Orlando, there's no more, there were barriers where you couldn't go. It's now, yeah, we're all good. I mean, some people still wear masks. Some people don't. Some places, there's only 2 places that make you wear one. I've only had to wear a mask one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm the same way. Hello. And then also we got Tina hanging out with us. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Welcome. It's been a little while. Sorry that we've kept everybody waiting, but yeah, man. And we'll explain why now that we're starting to talk, because it has been pretty busy. You mentioned only having to wear a mask once. I've only had one day of where I've had to wear a mask as well, but I was in urgent care, and then afterwards went to the grocery store. So it was I had to wear it because.
Well, see, at least you were being smart about it and protecting people. That's the whole thing. If I was sick or even thought I was anywhere near where I just didn't feel good, I wouldn't go out in public. Period. I would just stay home. There's Uber Eats and all that other stuff. There's no reason for me to go out if I was feeling bad, but I've never felt sick or anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to rock it. Just keep doing my normal activities. I haven't been to the gym in probably over 3 months now.
Yeah.
And
we talked about this.
Yeah. And they just now opened it. I haven't been to it yet. I'm going to wait till probably Tuesday until after the holidays and everything. Or maybe I might go tomorrow. I don't know. It's going to be kind of weird because I don't know the rules that they have in place. And I don't even know if what's going to be going on. So I don't know. I'm interested to see kind of what the atmosphere is and what's happening,
Yeah, definitely. Allison wants to know how we've been doing the virus. Obviously, Wes was just saying he's been doing really good. I've been doing good too. I did say I went to urgent care, and it was not because I thought I had the virus. I had other things going on, some stomach issues related to a medicine. Think we've got it figured all out, but yeah, I had to, and that kind of was why we had almost a 2-week break in shows. We were going to bring that next episode. That whole week I was shot, curled up in a ball on the floor, felt like someone was stabbing me in the stomach while trying to force myself to throw up for about a week. Nothing going on, and eventually going into urgent care. And it turns out it sounds like it was a reaction to a medication that I was getting.
Yeah, and I was talking to you right before, and you were like, man, I just don't feel good. And I was like, dude, you need to go to the doctor. And I'm glad you did. And it's it's crazy, and at least you got it all figured out. And,
I got one more thing. I got a 1 week from today, I go in for a scope, and they're going to check my stuff out. What's up, brother? They're going to check my stuff out, make sure my tummy's doing okay. Apparently you shouldn't take Prilosec every day for 15 plus years because it can ruin your stomach. So
yeah, all that stuff is bad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. But other than that, things have been good. Things have been mellow for me. I'm working still, so I consider that to be lucky. I'm working from home, so I'm going a little crazy. But yeah, man, it's a holiday weekend. Things are happening. Your state's going strong. Minnesota still kind of we're working our way into it, and people here are either for it or people here are losing their absolute minds. And it's just, I've lost a lot of faith in humanity during this pandemic, Wes. That's the biggest thing I've learned. So much negativity.
I think that's kind of, for me, I think this is the scariest thing about this disease is the way it's pulled some people apart. The people that don't wear the mask, the people that do wear the mask, the people there's a weird divide where someone will look at you a weird way and for me, I just don't even pay attention to anybody. Like I don't even like. I have for some reason it's just like that airport. Like when you're walking through the airport and like back when I was on TV and like people knew who I was, I just had that thing where I could just walk and like divert, you know. And I just kind of just like when I'm at stores do that like. But you can see the divide in people, and I don't like that. I mean, people shouldn't judge you. I mean, it's weird because if someone sneezes, everyone will look at you and be like, "Let's go!" Like, "Oh, is he sick?" And like, you're like, "I just sneezed." It was just a reaction. It wasn't like, you know, like there's some pollen. I live in Florida. Like everything springs. There's weeds. There's all kinds of like flowers. There's everything that pops up. So there's tons of pollen everywhere. But, you know, you just sneeze all the time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's crazy times. But I mean, like I said, that's just it. I try not to like, dude, I stay off social media unless I'm talking about anything that I have going on with shows or anything like that.
Don't even go on social media.
Yeah, like, I know you don't, but like I have to like because like I check on my friends and I'll see what people are doing around town, and now it's just like you suck, no, you suck, you're wrong, they're wrong, this or other, and it's just like, ugh.
And then of course you got the compare, you know, like oh my god, this is all political. Da, 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 da. I mean, I'm not even gonna voice my opinion on it because I don't even know, so I can't.
You know what I tell everybody is it's like, hey man, every person who's an elected official right now, whether it be to the top or your localist as your mayor or anything, none of them ever thought they would be going through this kind of experience, just like none of us ever thought we would be living through this kind of experience. No one's trained for any of this, and until we're in their shoes, we can't judge either way because bottom line is they're trying to make decisions that they think will be best for us. Whether you agree or not, that's just what it is. And you have to look at the very, you know, like here, restaurants couldn't open yet. People lost their minds. But it's like, hey, but we can get haircuts. We can get a tattoo. We can go to the nail salon now. At least hold on to the little bit of positive because what else are we going to do? And that's the problem. But it's, you know.
My doctor was like, oh, it's all fake. Like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, most of those deaths are made up. Like, he says, if you went out there and got bit by a shark, and the shark killed you, and they found your arm, and you had COVID, they would actually list your death as a COVID death, which I think that's kind of weird in a way. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I'm not going to reach on it. What's going on, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Aces and Eights, man.
That's
Ryan used to come to the Aces and Eights shows back in the TNA days.
Dude. Yeah, so it's crazy, but we're both doing good. Things are getting back to normal. Big holiday weekend. For you, because where you're at, again, everything just opened up, so everybody's already in a frenzy of we got to get out, we got to go do everything, and now it's like the big touristy weekend. People know you're open, so they're coming.
Oh, it's insane! Like I've been at the beach for the past like half week, and like soon as we started hearing like all the tourists start coming in, we left. Like, we don't stay around the beach when there's tourists. We don't. It's just like I can't deal with it. It's like it's just not a good experience. Like, I love tourism. I love how it does for a comedy. But when you live like have a house in a little beach town, I don't have a house. My friend does, and I stay at his house and all the time. And I pretty much live there. But the tourists just. They don't respect the locals. They don't respect, they're playing their music as loud as they want. They're like peeling their tires. They're doing burnouts on the beach. They're just like overwhelming everybody. So beach patrol, the cops, everybody's kind of on high alert. All the restaurants are kind of like, it takes an hour to get anything to eat. So it's just like, it's such a hassle. We just were like, you know what? We're going to go back to Orlando and just kind of just kick it.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's my plan, man. I'm relaxing here. So it's my birthday weekend too. Memorial Day is always my birthday weekend, and it has always sucked because all my friends go away for the weekend, and I always just stay home, and it's like no one's here. Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on the lake and like go out on a boat, like here, like local. Like there's a couple like island parties, like lake parties, sandbar parties. I'll probably do that, but it's like 10 minutes, and it's like like you have to have a boat and live on the lake to get there. So it's not like a public lake. So we're not going to have a bunch of like no tourists can like show up there. It's only locals. It's only like just the crew of like, we have my buddy Danny, which he's been on the show. You guys all seen him. He has this place on Lake Holden, and they have a little island on Lake Holden, and it's downtown Orlando. And the little island, they have a grill. We're going to bring a grill, a pop-up tent, and we're going to cook some food and like just hang out on the island. And usually probably about 20 boats will pull up to the island, and everyone just kind of anchors and just their dogs are playing. Everyone's just kind of hanging out, but it's all people that live on the lake. It's all locals and stuff like that.
Nice. That's what's up. That's very cool. Yeah, we're gonna just kick it easy. I'm gonna golf. That's my whole goal, is to get at the golf course once this weekend. If I can do that, it's a successful birthday weekend.
What do you think about the Peyton Manning and what's it, Tiger Woods, and who else is it? That crazy golf tournament that's going on. It's like,
yeah, hey Jay, so that's my cousin right there. Thanks. What's up, man?
What up, AJ?
Yeah.
JP.
I vaguely heard about this. I read something about golf coming back and Peyton Manning and all that. Is it just a bunch of big like name celebrities that are going to play together?
It's Peyton. Why can't I remember this? You should be at the Google Master. You should be pulling this up right now, Big Ace. But I don't know. I watched the trash talking. It was pretty funny. Who it was, I don't know. You'll have to look it up. But
that's
like commenting and saying.
Let's see. So there's some. Yeah, and if you guys are watching, by all means, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Fill me in.
What we're talking about. Let's see here.
I'm good. Bigger, faster than Big Ace.
I'm looking at it right now. It's just is it Tom Brady? Is it? I'm just a lot of Tom Brady stuff. So is it Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are going to golf against each other? Okay, all right, that's fun. I like that.
And they have one has Tiger Woods as a partner,
and the other has Phil Mickelson. Okay,
yeah. So and then they're going to do it live, and they're going to trash talk, and it's going to be pretty funny. Yeah,
that'll be, and it's a cool new spin, like because you don't get that on a golf tournament when you're watching. I took my cowboy hat off, otherwise I'd do the same thing. But yeah, anyway, so a lot of big things happening, a lot of big weekend. You were talking about being on the beach all weekend. A lot of people are going to do that with the recent events that have happened in the last week regarding beaches in the wrestling world. We want to encourage everyone to be safe on the beaches this weekend, and we'll get into that. I mean, it's a sad story to start with, but we might as well dig right into it, and that is the sad, tragic passing of Shad Gaspard, former half of Crime Time from WWE. Tons of just big. He did a lot with WWE. Crime Time was very much more involved than some people remember. A lot of people just have great things to say about the guy. And the story goes is that he told him to save his 10-year-old son before him, which is why when they went back, he was gone. So, I mean, truly went out as a hero. And I mean, people say they would die for their children, and this man did. So you can't say anything bad about that, and it is a tragic loss. The one silver lining to this, though, is the fact that they found him. So there's no mystery. There's no wondering that the family will have to endure going through these future times. They have closure now, and they can, now, honor his memory as they go forward. So now, if you and Shad, did your guys' timelines cross paths during WWE times at all, or on the indie scene? Did you work with him? Did you know him?
To be honest with you, I was good friends with him. I mean, I wouldn't say like good friends. We were like call and talk, but we knew each other really well. And how we got to know each other was at the time him and Crime Time were together, and I think they were splitting them up, and he kind of got sent back to developmental. And a lot of guys, when they get sent back to developmental and you're on the main roster, they come back kind of jaded, kind of like mad and upset, and kind of treating like the people that the lower people kind of like shit, because they're like, I'm a WWE superstar, should not be here, da 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 da. I don't know why they sent me back to developmental. But with Shad, he had the biggest smile on his face, and he went back to work. And he busted his ass and got called back up. He's one of those few guys that get sent back down to developmental and get pulled back up. A lot of times that does not happen. And during that time that he got sent down to developmental, that was the time that I was signed. And at the time, I was just recently signed. So I was kind of pretty much new. And he found the liking to me, and we just kind of like hung out, and we've always became like, we always talk. We were always cool. We were always, good friends. And every time we crossed paths, we were always like, what's up? Like, da da da. And, he always had a smile on his face. He treated everybody awesomely. He never disrespected anybody. And when he got sent back down to developmental, he busted his ass and went back up to the main roster. He proved everybody he worked on what he needed to work on and got pulled back up. And he didn't treat anybody with any disrespect. He was one of the awesome people to be around and always had a big smile. Like, he was known for just like having the biggest smile. Like, he could mean mug you, but boy, that smile, just, warmed everyone's heart.
Yeah, man. And it was truly shocking. I mean, how did you hear about it and hear about the story of him first being missing and then eventually them finding his body?
My girlfriend, because my girlfriend's trainer is good friends with him, and so they were, him and JB is Stephanie's trainer, and she doesn't. Well, I mean, she kind of goes there every once in a while, but JB told her, and then she was with me, and she told me, and it was kind of sad. She knew him really well too, so it was pretty sad, and luckily, I was here with her, and so, but yeah, it was just a sad day.
Yeah, very, very sad. It's always hard to have a loss, but I don't know, the knowing the story of how this all went down, it just hurts a little bit more knowing that he put his son first and just that ultimate sacrifice. So that's it's a crazy thing. Now, the interesting thing about this, not in passing, but just the whole thing was there was a riptide and it took him in. Now, you are someone who is very familiar with the ocean, my friend. You are a surfer. That's your love is to be out there on the ocean. So
diver, spearfisher, I do it all.
Yeah, I mean, you live on water, bro. So you're a pro when it comes to this. So, hey, you know how to get out of a riptide.
Yeah.
So let's hear this. Anybody who's watching, if you're going to be near any oceans or anything, or any beach that you have to deal with these kind of things, Wes can give you some tips now that could possibly save a life. So how do you save yourself in that kind of situation? Because I'm horrible. I've already told you, I'm afraid to go on the surfboard someday down there with you. So, I mean, if that would happen, I'd freak out.
Yeah. See, okay, when you're dealing, I've seen a lot of people try putting their comments in on this, and a lot of them have been wrong, because a riptide, as you can see on this picture, when you get caught on, basically what a riptide is, it's a tide it's two sections of a rip or a current that's pulling in together, that's going into a sandbar, that's creating, when all the pressure from the waves come in, all that movement has to go somewhere. So that movement it pushes down and creates a channel, which creates a rip. And the rip is what pulls you out. So there's a couple different options if you do get stuck in a riptide. The main thing is to stay calm, because it is scary. I've been caught in some pretty scary ones, and with some big heavy waves and crazy reef underneath, and you're freaking out. But the whole thing is, don't fight it, because if you fight it, there's no way you can win. There's only a couple options. The best option, if you're not a comfortable swimmer, is just relax. Let the riptide take you out, because the riptide's only going to take you out maybe 10 or 15 feet. I can't really tell you the exact number because I can't tell you. But a riptide doesn't take you out very far. So if you relax and don't fight against it and just kind of, just lay on your back and let the rip take you out, and then you can wave at the lifeguard, that you will be able to hold your breath. And if a wave comes, you won't run out of oxygen. You won't panic, because when you panic in the water, that's the worst thing to do, is to panic. Because once you start panicking, your heart rate goes up. And when your heart rate goes up, you can't hold your breath. That's a big key, guys. Like, people don't understand. Like, when me and my buddy Danny were training to go big wave surfing, I had my breath up to 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Dang.
But here's the thing is, that's in a pool, just relaxing and focusing. Now, if I went out, ran around a couple laps, jumped in the pool, held my breath, maybe it'd be 1:40. So that's what we would train. We'd get out, run around a couple of pools, jump back in, grab the weight, and hold our breath and have someone time us. And then, make sure we don't pass out or pull, they pull us up if, Lord forbid something happens. But, that's how we were training. But so you got to relax. But if you're a good swimmer, if the rip starts pulling you out, swim left or right, because you can go left or right, and the rip will take you out left or right, and it'll take you out of the rip. But then you're stuck maybe into the shore break. The best bet, if you're a novice swimmer or surfer and you get caught in the rip, is just relax. Let the rip take you out. Once the rip takes you out, you can wave to the lifeguard or start swimming past the rip and then go back in. And another key, guys, to see what a rip looks like, there's a picture right here. But if you zoom and out and you would look at the beach, there would be like a circle on each side of sand and a little pool of water. And that's how you tell what a rip looks like. That's what it forms, and that's what it's pushing. So we'll put that. And the best place is to swim are right at, of course, away from the rip. But, those are indications of spotting it. If you're on the beach and you're walking, you can look for two little holes. They'll be like, depending, I can't tell you, it could be 15 feet. It could be 100 feet. But you can physically see it. And then you can see the water too. Like, as in this picture, there won't be waves breaking in the rip. You can see water moving fast and kind of pulling you out. And another key is, guys, if you guys are in the water and you're in the ocean and you start stepping out and you can feel your legs start moving away from you, go in shallower water, because what that is you're in a rip or a current. And a current is almost just as bad as a rip, because a current, if you fall and go underwater, a current will pull you away. So there's the best thing and the best option is to stay in shallow water. If you feel, even if you walk out and you're like, you feel the sand just like kind of like going away from you, and you're like, man, something's like, you can feel it in like knee-high water. Like, and you're like, wait a second, something doesn't feel right. My advice is to just go a little bit shallower, and especially if there's waves involved. You get hit with a wave and get pulled down. Like, it's scary. Like, I've been hauled underwater for probably over a minute and just tumbled and slammed and like thought I was gonna die. Like, it's been some scary things, but my advice is just, try not to go too deep, especially in the ocean. The ocean is Mother Nature. Is something that is incredible, but she does not care.
Right.
She's
yeah.
Ruthless. And it doesn't matter how big, how strong you are, how prepared you are, any of that. I've lost 2 friends from drowning, and they were good swimmers, and they were surfing. And, I've lost some people, drowning before. He's not the first friend that I've lost drowning. I had a friend that drowned spearfishing. He shot a fish, and the fish dragged him into the reef. He hit his head
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, got knocked out. Drowned.
Yeah. Man, that's that makes me more scared of the.
Yeah, they went down, found him, found the gun, started attached to the grouper, and ate the grouper at his funeral.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're Florida boys, man. We wild over here.
Screw you, fish.
Yeah, you gonna take our friends out? We definitely gonna eat you, boy.
Amazing.
Coming out right there.
Oh man. So that's amazing. But yeah, anyways, you now know how to save yourself. So be careful. And again, our thoughts, our prayers, and all our well wishes to the family of Shad, his wife and children, all that. Again, tragic incident. So other things happening in the world of wrestling, some brighter news that happened in the world of wrestling, and that is that the man, Becky Lynch, is going to be the mom now. It's been announced that she's pregnant, and she gave up the title.
Yeah, I know. I bet you Vince is pissed. Woo! Yeah,
I can imagine. And Huntington Beach, dang.
Jason, yeah,
crazy.
They definitely will, especially there.
Which, and Shad was in Cali. It was in San Diego, I believe.
Yeah. I don't know exactly where he was at, to be honest with you, because I kind of thought it was in Florida, but then it figured out it was California.
Right. So yeah, anyways, back to Becky Lynch being pregnant. She announced it right after Money in the Bank. It turned out whoever won the women's Money in the Bank was the champion. So Asuka's now the champion. And so it's funny because the first thing I said was, I was like, oh, I'd rather Seth take some time off than Becky, but okay. And then it's just, I can't deal with his gimmick right now. I just can't deal with this
horrible
profit deal crap. And again, it seems so much like what they were doing with Punk and the Straight Edge Society.
And he does 4 dives a match. Guys, count it out how many dives he does. Guarantee you it's 3 or 4. I promise you, every match.
That is the homework, everybody.
Every match. Like, please, guys, next time he does a match, see how many dives he does. Guarantee you he does like that.
But yeah, so I mean, good news for him and her.
Yeah, congratulations. Like, I wish those, like, I'm good friends with both of them. I'm really good friends with Becky. Me and her were really close, especially when she was living in Orlando. Me and her were like pretty tight, and she's a good girl. Like, I wish her the best, but I know Vince is pissed. Yeah. Oh, he hates that type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's your cash cow going away now. And the other thing too is there
at a time like this. Oh my God!
I know. And she
wants to have a baby. She's champion.
Oh, I've never seen you pretend to be Vince McMahon. That is amazing.
Why couldn't we wear a condom?
How dare you? You're fired. So is the baby.
You're fired. It's not that hard.
So it's funny though, because they're making it sound like she's going to retire. Like, she's making it sound like she might not come back. I guess I didn't realize she's like 30. So yeah, I mean, about the time she has the kid and like got to the point where, okay, I feel like I can maybe come back. Like, you're getting there. Like,
well, she'll come back.
I think she will years down the line.
It'll be probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So I think, to be honest with you, I think she's really happy and wants it, and kind of is like achieved a lot. And I know she's champion, but I know she was really frustrated, and I know that she had her. She was kind of like, she really had to prove herself, and she proved herself time after time. She took some losses that I think she never should have lost to, and just kind of, you know what I mean? So she's probably like, you know what? I'm kind of beat up.
Right.
I'm with mom now. I got this whole nother world. I'm financially, she's good. You know what I mean? They'll never release her because they would hate for her to go to AEW.
Yeah, for sure.
So she knows she's just gonna sit there and get paid.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
That girl.
Well, yeah, and then on top of that, she, Seth can just go do all the work. She'll just hang out. The other, so like, a lot of response. I mean, obviously, everybody's happy and congratulating and you're having a baby. That's awesome. There's one person who wasn't in the wrestling industry, and he made his voice heard. So I'm interested to see what your opinion is. I'll read you what he said. No, so Jim Cornette, who's very always outspoken, he gave his take on Becky Lynch being pregnant, and this is what the quote from what he said. Hang on, this computer is like deciding to like slow down on me right now.
My tech guy.
I know. Well, it's because I got like because I'm working from home. I got way too many things going on. The very crappy Wi-Fi that I pay way too much for because okay, you can't always be on top of the wrestling business in a $1 million a year spot or more, but you can have a baby. He said, what is she? Can she be like 30? Well, she's still got many more years before something easy bake oven, he started swearing, gets shut off. She can have all those problems like a distending stomach and stretch marks and hemorrhoids and hormone problems and mood swings and all those other joys of motherhood later on when she ain't making $1 million a year. He also says she got plenty of time.
Why?
She's got plenty of time left. What would you do if your wife came home and said, instead of making $1 million next year, I'm going to basically just be a raging bitch for the next 9 months and then give you more shit to worry about around the house? Of course, Seth Rollins has actually responded and was like, that I've lost respect for you. That's just, where do you get the right to like judge someone for their decision to be a mother? But yeah, I want to know your take.
I love Jim to death, but I think he's totally wrong in that. He doesn't know the female body. When a female gets past the age of 30, it starts there's more complications of having a kid. And he doesn't know the female body, obviously, then, because any guy that's dating a girl that wants to have a kid or wants to have a future knows that a woman past the age of 30, once that starts happening, there's sometimes problems. And, it's best to, why would you, if you wanted a kid, the best time is in your 30s. I mean, you want to still be able to play with your kid and have fun. And for him to say that and to judge somebody, you know what? She's already made $1 million. She has a couple million already. Sometimes greed and money is not the ruler of the world. It doesn't matter if you have all the money in the world, but if you don't have someone to share it with, what's the point?
Right. Yeah, that and
all the money in the world, but if you don't have someone to share it with, well, what's the point? You're gonna be lonely. Like some people want a family. Some people want that joy of being a mother or father, and they don't care about, she's already achieved everything possible. And she goes out, guess what? She went out as the champ.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't lose the belt. That's another storyline when after she could come back 5 years from now and say, you know what, to any of the champs, say, hey, guess what? You didn't beat me. No one beat me. I'm here to claim whatever, so you don't know. You never know. And you know what? She has enough money. Seth makes enough money. I don't think they're worried about money at all. I kind of think that's like them going like, really, Cornette? Like, I make $1 million too. Like, they both make $1 million. Like, it's not like, oh my God, Seth Rollins is struggling. I guarantee you he has $1 million contract.
Oh yeah, that was my thing, is when he's like, well, you're gonna come home and tell your husband that you're not gonna make $1 million. That's like, they're both top of the chain.
I make $1 million too. So he's like, they don't care. And those guys are not like big spenders. They don't buy stuff. So they're smart with their money. They live in a little small town. They don't really care. Like, it's not about the flash for them. They're not about that. So obviously they're really smart with their money, so they don't care. Jim Cornette's not a father or a mother or never wanted kids. So for someone that doesn't want kids, of course they're going to say that. He doesn't have any kids and he does not want none.
Right.
That's because they're going to turn out like him.
Right. Yeah.
They're gonna be spit, give him hell.
Right.
So, I love Jim Cornette to death, but I don't think he has the right to tell somebody when they can have a baby. And to go into that, cut a promo in that detail, that's of course Cornette cutting a promo, but that's Cornette all the time. But I just don't think, what's up, Billy? I just don't think that's just appropriate. I mean, if anything, he should be like, congratulations, Becky. Yeah, like, what an awesome female to turn down $1 million to have a kid. Why don't you turn the story around and make it a positive story saying, you know what, that's pretty cool that a woman that has enough power saying, I'm making $1 million, but guess what? I'd rather have a kid than to be on TV, than to be champion. I'd rather be a mother. That's more important to me than any of that. That's why she's the man. That's why she's a badass bitch. Like, excuse my language. That's why she's the man, as she says this, because she has that power to just be like, you know what? Nah, I don't need the money. I don't care. I'll turn it down, whatever. Right. That's badass, in my opinion. So I agree. You can spin it in any way you want it, but I like to spin stuff more in a positive vibe, and I think that's cool of her. I think that's totally badass that she can turn down $1 million like in a blink of an eye. But I guarantee you, they're not going to release her. They're still going to pay her because they don't want her to go anywhere. So she's not going to make $1 million. They're going to keep making millions of dollars. They'll have her on TV. They'll probably do, WWE documentary of being a professional wrestler in the motherhood. They're going to make money. They're still going to do. There's so many opportunities at WWE because they need so much content that they're going to make some story out of it. They're going to do something about it. So, she's straight and they're good.
Yeah, my whole thing with it was just like, man, where do you I understand his. He's very old school and very traditionalist when it comes to the wrestling business, but like, that's just not how it is. And people have the right to be like, I want to have a child now. I'm at the age where this is where I want to start my family. And you shouldn't judge anybody for that. So it just felt like he crossed a line a little bit. But again, that's Jim Cornette. I mean, it's like the guy is completely constantly working. Like I feel like I never know when he's like, did he really mean to say that? Or is he just is he just working right now? I don't know.
He's having a bad day because there's no need for it.
But he's lately has been bad. He's trashing everybody right now on every show. Like,
he's just like Otis, and Otis is awesome.
Yeah, he hates Otis.
He said people are, saying that he's the next Dusty Rhodes, and then Jim Cornette's like, no, he's not. I'm like, he's pretty damn close. He's great on the mic. Mm-hmm. He has that Dusty body. He can move like Dusty. He's really athletic. He was a great amateur wrestler. He's a great power lifter. He lights up the room every time he walks into the building. He always puts smiles on people's faces. He's a great dude. And for him to knock him, why is he knocking talent that are good? And he just doesn't I think he just doesn't like the worm. I really think that he hates the worm so bad that if you do a worm, it just ruins your career. Oh my God, he's doing the worm. Why would the opponent stay down? Why would this opponent?
Right.
Why would the opponent stay down when the Rock ran the ropes like 2 or 3 times?
Right.
He's running by you, then he runs by you again, and then he drops the elbow. You ever notice that? Like, come on now. Like, as Jim Cornette would do.
Yeah. The guy is just crazy. He's just he doesn't like anybody though. I mean, he doesn't like half of the women wrestlers these days.
No, he likes MJF.
What's that?
That MJF is his man crush.
Okay, and that seems about
right. Boy, you don't see how much he puts MJF over. I mean, I love MJF and I think he's great, and I agree with Jim Cornette, but boy, Jim Cornette is on his balls.
I will say MJF is just a breath of fresh air as far as that.
What a great deal! What a great deal! I love it. Love it.
Let's actually, since you brought up MJF, there's a big show tomorrow night for AEW. It's Double or Nothing. It'll be their first pay-per-view post-pandemic, or during the pandemic, since the last one was right before this all.
Are they going to have a crowd?
I don't believe so, but I don't think they've released it. Well, okay, so I don't think they're going to have a crowd as far as fans. I think they'll do what they're still doing and have the boys in the locker rooms out there. And now they're bringing extended employees out that are like,
in Florida, you can have more than, I think Florida is 250 people.
okay. I think they're running it at Daly's place where they're doing the Dynamites right now. And I think it's probably going to be just AEW crew. Because I haven't seen them say anything about tickets. So that'll be interesting. And excuse me. One of the most interesting things about this is they're going to do, I have the card lineup right here.
What about Mike Tyson?
About what? Oh, Tyson, dude.
What?
Dude.
That's so awesome.
Like, the guy is a beast.
So awesome.
And he's giving the winner, what is it? It's between Cody and Lance Archer, right? The team.
I hope Cody wins and then he knocks out Cody and then him and Cody do a feud. That's what I want to see.
Do you think he's actually gonna like wrestle?
Yes.
Really? Because I haven't heard. I just hear he's gonna make this appearance to hand that championship. You think he'll actually like sign a little bit of a contract and do some stuff?
I believe so. My dad knows Mike Tyson really well, and they've had my dad has a picture of Mike Tyson biting my dad's ear. Yeah, like they're cool. Mike Tyson loves wrestling.
Oh yeah,
loves wrestling. Like, and not scared to tell anybody that he loves wrestling and he's a fan of it and doesn't care what anybody says. He loves professional wrestling.
Dude, I gave him a high five at WrestleMania Access at the convention center. He was doing he was doing photos for like 2 hours, and when he was done, he was just like running laps around the Access Center, just like he was just having the time of his life. Like, he crashed. They had Timbaland and a bunch of the divas do like a flash mob dance by the ring where they would do the NXT matches in the Access shows. Yeah. He like just crashed it because he was just having so much fun running around. He kind of stumbled on it and then just like joined them on the dance ringside. Like, he was just the guy was just pure energy. Like, I've never seen someone so happy to be involved.
Have you seen him training?
Yeah, the dude's a beast.
Footage of him training. Oh my god, it's scary. I believe that he'll do a match. I mean, guys, this is just me thinking, but strong possibility that he'll probably do a match. I mean, I would love to see it. I'm sure that he's in great shape. They can easily do, like, if he gets in the ring with someone like Cody, Cody can take care of him. Cody is that good of a wrestler. He's been in multiple main events, WrestleManias. He knows he's experienced enough and well of a veteran to be able to lead Tyson to a great match. All Tyson would have to do is just tease the punch, just give him a rib shot, let Cody sell, then maybe just duck a line, run, Cody hits something to move, bam, Tyson bumps for a second, then Tyson tries to get him to the corner, fakes like he's going to like punch him in the face. Cody ducks it, gets in the corner. Finally, Cody gets up. I don't know. I could just go into days.
Just gonna call the whole match right now.
Yeah, how cool would that be? Like, literally, bam! Mike Tyson hands the belt to Cody. Boom! Just knocks him out cold and just looks over him all mean, and then looks at the camera, and then walks off.
Yeah. I like it. The only thing I would change is I wouldn't make him a heel. Like, it's Tyson. He's gonna be face. Everybody loves him. So I'd put him against MJF.
MJF's too small.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be fun to just like, I think they would get a pop out of him getting knocked out.
I can't do it.
I don't know. I just, like I said,
I MJF so much, but I just don't.
Could he go against Archer?
I just don't see it. I could see him going against Archer.
Well, and that's the question. Is Archer going to win or is Cody going to win? Because that's the big question, is who's going to win the match to even get to the point where they're getting the belt handed to them from Tyson? Because they've really built the crap out of Archer. They've made him look very, very strong. They got
you gotta have a good heel. I don't know.
Because the thing is,
okay, but here's the thing is, it doesn't matter how big a babyface you are. If Tyson goes to the evil side and Archer does something bad, and Tyson will be a heel because Cody is over enough that the fans would boo the shit out of Tyson. I mean, that's just my opinion, but it sucks because there's not going to be no fans.
Right? It's going to be just the locker room. So
that, and that's something that we didn't really talk about. When you book someone that big, it kind of sucks that they don't get the pop that they deserve. And guys, what I mean by pop is, when you walk through that curtain and there's 9,000 people, 10,000 people, 20,000, 30,000, whatever you want to say, people, and they're all screaming your name, and there's lights flashing everywhere, and they're like Tyson, and everyone in the crowd is just like, it's another experience, because then all those people are going to go on their phones and spread the word. Oh my God, you should have been there. What, Tyson? Like, it's not, you don't get the same, it's not the same as watching on TV. Like, it just sucks. I mean, even watching on TV without a crowd and seeing the crowd's reaction to the superstar or whoever guest they bring out, there is none. So it's like, wham.
Yeah, that's the hard part. There's been a lot of moments since this happened where they would have been so much better with the crowd, and it's just, can't be right now.
Unless you go to Florida.
Well, and that's just it. Now we're at that point where we're going to probably see that start to change. We're going to start seeing WWE and AEW just run out of Florida till other places start to open and they can have people there.
Florida said offered NFL teams and stuff to come down.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to see. Like,
we open.
Yeah, like the NHL is doing the same thing. They're picking like 4 cities that they're going to run out of. You know what I mean?
Come down to Florida. No, don't come to Florida.
Yeah, right. That's just it. Everybody's going to come your way, bro.
Oh, no. Get out.
Ugh, you'll be the new New York.
Oh, no. Hopefully we put up a border.
We might have to. We might have to. So, yeah, we have that match. Some other notable matches going on this pay-per-view will be the Women's Championship, Nyla Rose versus Hikaru Shida.
That's not going to be good. I'm not knocking none of these guys. Sorry, I'm not knocking none of these women. They're both talented women. I just don't. She's such a big girl that she's going to destroy that little Asian girl.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know.
There hasn't been any storytelling to go with this. It's just she's
the women's division in AEW is just.
There's talent there, and they just haven't figured out what to do.
They have great talent, and the girls there are awesome and hard workers, but they just haven't. It seems like they don't really showcase them or do. They did the one storyline with the dentist girl, and she started getting over really well as a heel, and then it kind of just they stopped pushing women. It seemed like.
Well, so what happened is, and that's the thing. On this last, or I guess not last week, the week before, they did a 4-way with Shida, Statlander, Penelope Ford, and Britt Baker. When this ended, all of them came out looking great, but Statlander and Britt Baker seemed to pull the audience away from everything else, and it was more like I want to see those two have a program, and I want to see them interact because it was entertaining me more than just Shida getting the win. I did miss some of AEW this last week. I got to rewatch it before the show tomorrow. But Britt Baker did have an injury, and it looks like, let's see, Baker's currently awaiting her MRI, but the belief is she may have seriously injured her right knee.
But she's a great talker. They should instantly throw her in her manager role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think she was supposed to have a match tomorrow night, so I guess that's probably in question now. But yeah,
question if she has a serious knee injury.
I agree with you though. I mean, if she going to be out, like get her back at least talking.
Commentating, talking, managing, she could do anything. She's so talented. Like, I think she's a very talented woman, and she does great promos. I think that they could do a lot with her, even if she was not, because she's such a good talker. When you have a woman that's such a great talker, put her on no matter what. And she's decent looking, so it's not like, she's going to draw. People are going to pay attention.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, and it took her, it's sad that it's just because it took her 3 months, because when she first started doing with this heel stuff, people weren't on it. Now it's like everybody loves her.
Yeah, it took a change, but can tell you what happened is that she kept with the character. She never gave up.
Yeah.
And she kept working on it and kept tweaking it and improving it and seeing what was working, what wasn't not working. And she was probably taking advice from Jericho and everybody that's trying to help her, and she was listening.
Yeah.
And guess what? She got over.
Yep. Yeah, so hopefully nothing serious, and hopefully quick comeback for her. We have the AEW Championship, so Moxley versus Brody Lee. All you WWE people, Ambrose versus Luke Harper. Okay, if you don't watch both. So that's gonna happen. That'll be a fun match. The stuff with the
okay, well, give me your honest opinion. What do you think of Ambrose? What do you think of his matches so far in AEW? What's your opinion on him, Ace?
I like him. I think he's always going to be someone I like. I don't know. I think they've been all over the board, because it feels like they first brought him in and he was like doing like hardcore right off the bat with Omega, and then he was like he was going to get more technical. But the thing is, I enjoyed his program with Jericho, and that was the thing is, I guess for me is I just wasn't ready for him to move on to Brody Lee so quickly. I wanted a longer burn with that whole storyline of the inner circle and him and Jericho and him. I kind of wanted to see that go a little bit more, because Jericho's a master at what he does. So to watch him, even now on AEW, he still does. I am the rightful champion. Like, he still claims it. So like to watch them two go back and forth now that he doesn't have the title and Ambrose does or Moxley does, I would be way more into that than this Brody Lee and the I cannot remember the group's name. The Dark Order is who. And that was the other thing too, is the Dark Order started so rough and then started to pick up.
It started horrible.
It started way bad, but then they did a really good job with the promos and like the ads and evil.
They had to.
But then Brody,
if they didn't change it up and they didn't put money behind it, the AEW would fail, because they'd be known that they failed on that. So they had to dump money into the. I guarantee you, there was a meeting and it says, "Hey, we're gonna really do everything we're gonna do with them now has to be produced and properly taped and filmed beforehand, and make sure none of it's live. Make sure that they tape everything. Make sure it's scripted promos. Make sure it's good lighting. Make sure that what's really do good, because people are talking bad, and if they keep that trend, it's not going to be good."
Yeah, and I think what happened here is because they did a good job getting it on track, and the Evil Uno being kind of the leader, and then all of a sudden there was the rumors of the Exalted One, and there was another bigger leader, and that was fine because they got people excited, like, oh, is it Harper or is it going to be Matt Hardy coming in to take that role? And then it was Brody Lee who was Harper. But then he debuted, and now it seems like they've pushed Evil Uno and the other like three guys that were kind of the major players in the Dark Order before Brody Lee came out. We haven't seen them at all. And to be honest, Brody Lee has kind of changed the vibe that they had with those cool promos and those cool PSAs of like, "Are you sad and lonely? Join the Dark Order."
Yeah, I like those. I like those promos where it was like, and like kind of like a AA meeting.
Yeah. We're now
those are really, really, really cool. Like, I thought they were well done.
Yeah, they were super great. And then Brody Lee came, and then they started doing these these promos in back of him basically pretending to be Vince McMahon. Like every time they did these backstage segments, he was doing something that was kind of a jab at Vince, because like one of them was him and two of the guys he was trying to recruit, and they were eating steaks. They went to eat, and he was like, no, you eat after I eat. And then like one of them sneezed, and he like freaked out and kicked the guy out of the room, and everybody, oh, it's Vince. And like all these promos have kind of had these ties to things people have heard how Vince is behind the scenes. And it's just like, why? You guys are doing so good with these, like, come join the Dark Order. And now
Stupid.
Yeah, but it makes me feel bad though, because I was excited for Brody Lee and Harper, whatever his real name is, to come. But man, he's kind of just ruined the Dark Order, the momentum they started building, and it's sad. I see him losing. I don't see him winning. I think they're going to keep this on Mox for a little bit longer.
I think so too.
I don't see Brody being the guy. We got MJF and Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. That'll be fun. Britt Baker again and Chris Statlander in question. We have a casino ladder match with Darby Allin, Colt Cabana, Orange Cassidy, Ray Phoenix, Scorpio Sky, Kip Sabian, Frankie Kazarian, a Luchasaurus, and one unannounced entry. With so many people, though. Hang on, though. Because with so many people that have just been let go, are they going to debut somebody new to the roster?
Don't know. Don't care.
No. Tag team #1 contender show, Private Party versus Best Friends. It'll be fun to watch. I like Best Friends.
That'll be a good match.
Yeah. Now here's the one that I think everybody's really excited for. And this shows that AEW is really capitalizing on anything they can right now, and that is their venue. They have Daly's Place, and they have the stadium at their access. Being that Tony Khan and the family owns the Jaguars. So they're doing the Stadium Stampede match. It'll be Matt Hardy and the Elite, which be the Young Bucks, Omega, I think Hangman Page is back, against the Inner Circle. So basically they're going to fight in the football stadium.
Well, that's going to be awesome. I really hated how they portrayed Hangman Page.
It's just weird.
I don't like it.
You don't like the drunk angle?
No.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of it either. I get why they did it, because he's drinking, because he's so sick of the Elite.
There's no E at the end of my name, by the way.
Everybody does that, though. I even do that when I first met you.
Get that out of there.
Let me take my drink for a second.
Ivy, we love you.
Hi, Ivy. Thanks for watching. Yeah, man. So that's going to be a fun match. Because did you see anything from their Kenny Omega, Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho a couple weeks back?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the hell out of it. I thought it was really creative. There's some stuff that I didn't like, but most of all, I thought it was really fun to watch, and I thought they used everything good, and I'm really looking forward to this match. I think this is going to be one of those matches that everyone's like, damn, that was cool. I wish I would have got to do that. You know, those are the matches where all the boys in the back are like, man, I wish I was able to be in that match, you know, because it's really fun.
Yeah, and it's going to be cool. And we saw what they did in that other match a couple weeks ago. I mean, just how much Sammy Guevara threw himself into that gator. And just how brutal that looked when he got ran over.
Dude, he's such a good worker.
He's amazing.
He actually threw himself into it. I was like, damn, he could have got ran over.
Around that post.
He could have got ran over.
Yeah, for sure. That kid, dude, I saw his.
Okay, you're all good. I like that picture. Look, it's me, Mike Knox, and is he still with Robbie E? Is he still with WWE?
No, I don't think he's with WWE anymore.
When did they release him?
Robbie E?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That would have been a while ago. Yeah.
They just had him as a manager at NXT, and then we're like, okay, this is not panning out.
Actually, wait, no, maybe is he the guy that's doing the stuff with on NXT? What's her name? Chelsea.
He was like a sports agent type of guy, and had like two big, huge, jacked up dudes as he was their agent.
I think he might be doing that with Chelsea Green, who is Zack Ryder's brother.
I just got released.
Yes. Because she is with a guy who's like a sport agent type of dude.
I think Zack Ryder's probably going to be the guy that's going to run down.
Oh, at All In or at Double or Nothing? I don't know. Him.
Well, I guess, is there a 3 months clause on his contract?
From what I thought I heard, it was 30 days for everybody that got let go in that round of releases.
How long has it been since he's been released, and how long will it be until the show?
We're about 30 days. That's about 30 days for all of them, I think, right now. The Revival is definitely past their non-compete now, and they're already teasing that, so I feel like we'll see them make their debut. But then it is, because with the times, it's hard to hire anybody. You're not selling tickets, so will they pull the trigger?
Those companies don't really rely on ticket sales. It's TV contracts and sponsorships what's bread and butter.
So it'll be interesting to see. I'd love to see it be Heath Slater. If someone does come in out of nowhere as a surprise tomorrow on that show, I'd love it to be Heath Slater.
Me too.
Yeah, I just would. Him or Rusev. I would love it.
He's going there no matter what.
And I think so too. I think all three of those guys are going to end up there together, to be honest. They'll be like when Guerrero and Benoit and Malenko and all of them jump ship to WWE back in the day, Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember, but yeah, I do. Okay, yeah. Robbie E, I think, is working as a manager for NXT with Chelsea Green. So yeah, he is still there.
He's a hell of a talent. I don't think they would release him.
Well, they hadn't used him. He just came on as far as like maybe 3 weeks.
He's been on for a while because he was managing a team that didn't really tag team that didn't really pan out too well.
Okay. Oh, and I missed this match, but Dustin Rhodes and Sean Spears have a match on this pay-per-view as well.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. So, yeah, man, it'll be exciting. It's a drag. I was hoping to be in Vegas for this show tomorrow night, since it's my birthday and all. But
you were gonna actually go if it was gonna. I thought Vegas is open. What's the deal with them?
I think they're slowly starting to open. From what I read like a day ago, the casinos are prepping to open, but they're.
Man, when's Fight Island gonna happen?
Dude, I don't even know if it will anymore, though, because now that Florida's open, he'll probably just go there.
No, he said that it's going to happen. They love that, like, concept.
Oh, it's a sick idea.
It's one of Richard Branson's islands.
Oh, is it? Robert Stone, by the way. Robert Stone is Robbie's name.
I call him Robbie.
I know, but that's what he's going by on NXT now.
I don't care. I'll still call him Robbie.
That's the hard part now that people are going to jump ship from WWE. Like, how many people still call Moxley Ambrose, and it's like,
why can't I wish Vince would just let them have their names. I don't understand why he's such a like. I'm gonna own this name. I'll never use it again.
Right? Yeah, he's a man of control.
Before I got signed, I trademarked my name.
Smart man.
Yup, you can't own West Brisco. Bam, I already own it. Isn't that crazy? You have to like own your own name.
It really is. It really is. That's what you guys do. It really is a crazy deal. Man, I mean, I think we've covered a lot of stuff.
There's really nothing been in WWE that I would mention other than that I just hate. I can't even tell you his name. Possum King. The guy that killed Rey Mysterio. And the guy that's throwing everyone over the ledge. He threw.
King Corbin.
God, he's horrible.
You don't like him?
I think he's garbage. I can't stand it.
I don't mind him on the mic just because he's a heel. So, like, I don't
Hey,
mind.
we're not friends no more. When did this come about?
I don't know, because
You ever seen him wrestle?
they're doing this shit.
You ever seen him wrestle?
Huh?
You ever seen him wrestle?
I'm not talking about him wrestling. Yeah, he ain't a great wrestler. He was
He ain't a mic talker either. It's all scripted. It's all.
oh yeah, I just like him.
And
Like,
what is that outfit he's wearing?
yeah, I don't like this leather
Got
crown.
a man crush on his little king outfit and that little crown.
So
What's going on, Grace? Tell me.
let me ask you this actually, because this came up on a different show that I was doing with some people, and it was a really good question, and that is because we were talking about King Corbin and kind of how like
He's Possum King.
Possum King, stop dressing with the stupid crown and everything, and it brought up why is it that the King of the Ring just doesn't hold the weight it used to anymore. I've always said that I think the day they stopped making that the actual pay-per-view and they did the whole pay-per-view was the King of the Ring tournament, and at the end someone got crowned. Once that stopped and it was being over a month of Raws, it just lost that
I agree 100%.
yeah, and so now it's like, dude, I don't even care who wins King of the Ring. What's it gonna do?
It doesn't do nothing for him.
Does nothing. Like, I don't think it's done anything for anybody since King Booker.
No, Prince. What made King of the Ring was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean, legend.
That's when he did that promo that just when he did that promo with man, I don't know why I'm slipping with names right
It
now.
was Hayes.
No, with Freebird.
Michael Hayes.
Michael Hayes. He did that promo, and that's what just boom. So, and then I think they used it 2 or 3 more times really well, and then they kind of it just went down.
Yeah, I agree. They buried Corbin after he shaved his.
Well, he was losing all of his hair, and he was not.
Yeah, he
I had to shave mine. I was losing mine, so I said, "You know what? See you later, alligator."
Right. They must see something in him though, because he is one of the guys to speak out against WWE at one time, and still has a job to talk about it.
Tall.
Yeah, it must be.
They're like guys that are 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, that's another
Legit 6'7".
Yeah,
He's not built really well, but
what's your height when your ring height?
I go by my real height. 6 foot.
What is it?
6 foot.
Is it?
Yeah.
On the dot?
Real height. I don't put no extras on it.
I don't know why people do, anyways.
I go by my real weight too. I always go by my real weight, and it always fluctuates. So I always say different numbers because I always tell the truth. I'm like, oh, I'm already in great shape, so I don't really need to be like, oh, exaggerate because for me, it's like I don't like to lie. Period. So why would I start off lying to the get-go?
Right. What I never got from that is it's like you're lying about things that are like visual facts. We can tell if your weight's off a little bit, more than likely we're gonna be like, I don't think he weighs that much. Look at that guy.
No,
you know what I mean? I never got it. I never got why they had to fabricate that stuff. I just never understood it. But well, man, it's been good to catch up. And
and sorry guys, I mean, we do this show just because we have fun and we love doing it. And like when Ace was sick, like I literally talked to him. He was like, "Oh man, I looked at your profile. LOL. I'm 5'8". I'm definitely not 5'8".
Oh no, she's 5'8" to your. Look at her. If you look at her picture there, she's just slightly shorter than you.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Also my neck's bent if you also look at the picture too. So, and Mike Knox right next to me, 6'6".
That's a big boy behind you.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Ace was like, "Oh, I could still do the show," and I told him, I was like, "Man, we love just having we love laughing and enjoying. And if he's under the weather, we won't have the same atmosphere. We won't be like smiling and laughing. Ace will just kind of be like, and like, that's the whole reason about the show is like, we have fun. Like, it's not about anything. It's just like, we enjoy just kind of just shooting the shit with you guys. And, if he's not feeling good or I'm not feeling good, we just don't do it because it takes away the the raw atmosphere of it, and we do such a good job of like just having fun, and that's the reason why we stopped doing it every week, because it just became where we didn't have fun anymore. And it's all about having fun with us, and like it's all positive. So if we're not feeling well, we don't want to do it, we're not going to do it, you know. And that's the cool thing about this. So
yeah, most definitely. You know, and again, I come from a radio background, so show always must go on. So it was nice to have
wrestling background.
It was super nice for you to be like, nah, man, let's just wait till you're 100%. Because I mean, honestly, I could have did it, but my insides were on fire.
Well, no, you were like, I could totally do it, but it just we won't be laughing, we won't be smiling like that.
I would have been like this the whole time, like, yep.
Yeah,
it was good, man. It was really good. Thank you. Make sure you guys are following us: YouTube, Twitter, the Brisco and Big Ace Show. You can also follow Wes at Wes Brisco. I'm on Twitter at Big Ace 4 Life. And again, follow us on all those platforms.
Tell your friends about us. I mean, you know, you don't want just, you know, spread the word that, you know, we talk about everything, like especially, you know, the Bucks. We got Tom Brady, we got Growl. I mean, we talk about everything, and we're all about just having fun, and our show is all positive. You know, we don't bring any negativity to.
It's just two friends that catch up since we can't live in the same.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, gotta hulk up, Mark. You're right. That's our friend Mark. He hangs out in Waterloo with us, which hopefully that will be even bigger and badder next year since it was postponed. But yeah, so make sure you follow us. You will then be notified when we go live, because it's usually about an hour out. We'll announce an hour ahead when we're about to go. And again, you can find us on YouTube, Brisco and Big Ace Show. Click that subscribe button and click on the notifications so you get that ding when we go live. Twitch, if you're watching us on Twitch, please follow us, subscribe, whatever it is, please do so. We're still new on that one and learning it, but please, if you're watching on there, help us out. And again, follow us, subscribe, whatever. Like,
comment, you know, leave comments, you know, interact with us. That's our favorite thing, is, you know, talk to you guys and like seeing your. Sometimes when we have guests, guys, it's gonna be, we're gonna like, we don't really go into comments, because when I have a guest, we're kind of, most of the guests I have are like personal friends, so we go into stories and we don't really want to like break the chemistry that we have. So that's the reason why we don't really throw too much up there when we're having a guest on. But when it's me and Ace, we love it when you guys comment, ask us questions. Once we're done talking about the topic that we're talking about, we'll be more than happy to go to any, like, if you want to ask me anything about TNA, FCW, wakeboarding, surfing, it doesn't matter. We'll be more than happy to. But, you know, first we got to finish the topic that we're working on, and then we'd love to go. So don't be afraid to interact. We will get to them. It's just sometimes we like to like finish what we're working on and then move on to the next project.
Yeah, definitely. Plus, make sure you check out all of our past videos. We have some great stuff with some very good friends too. We had Marty the Moth is on as a past episode. Bull Dempsey.
Bull Dempsey. Cage.
Brian Cage. Yeah, Brian Cage. Marty Skrull, and our most recent one, which probably was one of my all-time favorite episodes that we've done so far, was with our friend Chavo Guerrero from a couple weeks ago.
Phoenix. We've had a lot of people on the show, guys. Check us out.
Leva Bates, she's been on it. Like, yeah, we bring all the friends on. That's what we do. We will work on our next guest now that we've got our last, not our last, but our latest duo / for the fan show. I think that's what we'll call these, for the fan show, since we do the actual more interaction with our listeners on these ones. But yeah, we'll work on getting our next guest down as soon as we know who it is and when. We'll make that big announcement.
I'm going to go into my little black book as soon as we get done with this podcast, and I think I have a number that I'm going to head up.
I'm interested to see where this goes. What do you got going, man? Exciting news. Atomic, by the way, Atomic Wrestling down there in Florida, who you are their current champ and will be forever because you're the man. A cool announcement. You're going to be on TV. They're going to be doing like a TV show weekly down there.
Yep. And then my match is
20 seats for the upcoming show, I saw.
What? Sorry, we are kind of talking over each other.
Yeah. I've seen that they also just released, I think, 20 more extra seats at the venue for your next show coming up.
Yeah, that's because Florida is slowly passing everybody, and this, like we're ready. Like Florida's passing everybody. Like everyone else is slow to the game. We're trying to get things going here. I respect everyone and whatever everyone's doing and whatever your beliefs are. Stay safe, be safe. But Atomic, I help run it, and I talk to everybody. And if anybody feels any type of way, they're not allowed on the show. And we're actually going to still pay them. And like we're gonna take our precautions, and we're gonna make sure it's gonna be a great show because everyone needs some entertainment. It's about time some people get outside and be able to like interact with people and be able to like just be normal for once. And hopefully we're able to bring that a little bit of just that comfort food, that crock pot, that the cornbread and biscuits, that good, just everyone coming together. And that's the whole thing with Atomic, is that we would just want to bring everyone back together. We don't want to social distance everybody. We want to bring everyone back together, but we're going to do it safely, responsibly, and we're going to follow all the rules and guidelines and regulations that the government is going to put in place. So we're not going to break any laws. We're not going to do anything stupid. We're going to play by the rules, but Florida is a little bit more relaxed. We're a little bit, swimming by water. So, we're a little bit floaty,
Right. When's that next show then? What was the date on that? It was June.
I believe June 12th.
All right. So that's happening. You got anything else coming up that people should know about?
Be honest with you, man, it's cold. It's cold out there in them streets of the wrestling business for me, brother. But I really haven't tried because everyone's kind of just every state's different, and I'm just gonna kind of just let's see. I'm about to open up a business in like 2 weeks, so I'll let you guys know more about that. Oh yeah, come down, say what's up. Yeah, definitely come to the show. But yeah, once I get this new business open, I'll definitely tell you guys all about it. But just kind of just been working on that and kind of just chilling. Like I'm not really like I can't wait to wrestle again, but every state's different, everywhere is different, and I'm not really gonna like stress myself out over it. I'm not gonna like I already did. I already lost so much money. I've already lost so much bookings. I've already had to work construction, build fences, dig holes, do everything. Like I'm not scared to get my hands dirty or do whatever I got to do to make some money. But, I'd love to wrestle again. I would love the opportunity. We're just going to play it day by day.
That's right. So yeah, again, make sure you check out Atomic Wrestling. Make sure you follow in West online and everything too. So as more, hopefully more places start to open up and more shows start to happen, that you guys can get the latest on where he will be. You can catch me every Tuesday on YouTube. So I was doing a show called The Masked Comedian X-Cast with my friend John Russell, who, if you listen to our show and watch our show every time we are on and you catch us in the beginning, that guy that's like, it's the Brisco, that's John Russell. That's our friend. He did that voice work for us. So we do a show too where we just mark out really hard and get nerdy. So I don't do that when I'm with Wes. But we do that. We also talk comedy because he's a stand-up comedian in Minneapolis. But the whole gimmick is he was wearing a mask every time we did the show, and he's also like a giant man, and it was very uncomfortable. So we've decided to ditch that. So starting this next Tuesday, we are now officially going to be called the 2 Count show, the 2 Count podcast. So make sure you check us out every Tuesday on YouTube, 8:00 Central Time. This week, Brad Williams will be joining us. So join us for that.
And he does it when he's sick. He does it no matter what.
That one I do. Yeah. I mean, we'll cancel it if we have to, but that one's it's kind of like my, how I look at it though, like for these shows, like this is my chances of where you and I get to chill and hang out. That's kind of the same thing with my buddy in the cities, because we only see each other when we do the show. So that's our night to hang out online. And because, we'll talk for an hour, like you and I, when we get off the live button here, we'll talk for a little bit before we actually hang up. So that's how I look at it. So I enjoy doing them. And we're going to keep bringing you guys some really sick content and shows. So keep following, keep hanging out with us. We appreciate it. And we will see you guys. I'm hoping next week, right? We'll try to get next week, end of next week. We'll try to get
as long as you're healthy and we're working, as long as I'm healthy, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll be a year older. That's all.
Yeah, we got a big birthday, so everyone flood his media.
That's right. Tuesday, 38, almost 40, baby. Woo. I hate life. Anyways, this was another Brisco and Big Ace show. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.